Welcome to Deep Thought. Indifference makes people mad. I'm going to tell you what, how often have we been out and somebody tried to bother us? Somebody tried to mess with us. And we're just like you picking your teeth or something, or you just like, okay. Or they try to call themselves roasting you and you just like, okay. And it messes with them. It messes with them and everything because they can't really tell that you're mad because that's what they do. Because that's the main thing with trolls online, and this go beyond like what somebody do on YouTube. I saw this way back when online like messaging started, message boards and started back in the 90s. People will say, don't feed the trolls. When you ignore that troll, they get mad because they want to get a reaction from you. Or when people call themselves roasting you or something, they want to get a reaction or messing with you. Like something I used to do when I was young, people would try to call themselves joning on me or something, and I'd laugh right with them. In fact, I give them more to joan on, and all of a sudden they get mad. They wouldn't be smiling because I wasn't bothered by it and stuff. Because Ron got very thick skin. And I've seen that with other people. When especially you get somebody selfie facing, it don't mess with them. Seriously. Have you ever met that person? They selfie facing, they could be like very like conventionally attractive or something, but they'll find like flaws in themselves and laugh about it. See, here's the thing. You can't be bothered if you're just indifferent to something or you strong within yourself. Or here's another example. You ever have a situation, somebody try to gaslight you? They try to say something about you and say, well, you're this and that. And you look at them calmly like, well, I know who I am. So you're lying. Yeah, it's like, but that's a good try. You want to try again? And it messes with them. I mean, I've seen people go crazy. I mean, they would go crazy and stuff. And it's like it's messing with them. See, understand something. And I'm going to get more into this in the next one. People try to come for your mind. They try to come for your mind. That's their only weapon. And it's especially the weapon of someone who's weaker than someone stronger. You know, it's like, here's a great example, relationship example. When a woman, she wants to get in a man's head, she might say, well, he got a little thing and everything. But an indifferent man would be like, it worked though. Or somebody try to mess with somebody about their weight or something. The person be like, yeah, I be eating those ribs. You ever see that? But it's just being indifferent. And people will say, well, how can you be indifferent? Well, here's the thing. It's all about self-esteem and knowing who you are. Being strong within yourself. And it can be tough. It can be tough. But it's just knowing who you are. Because if you think about when people come for you, just think about how often do they hit something on the head, the nail on the head. Usually they're speculating and everything, right? Usually they're speculating and stuff. But is it truth? Is it truth? I'll give you an example. There was one time, and I've mentioned this a few other times. I could call the name of this person because I saw their name later on. But it was a young man. I don't know. He was a dude. And him and 3 women came after me. And I think I told the story. Back when I only had 240 subs, one channel, 240 subs, they came after me hard. And one of them said, this was an interesting situation. Because I said, okay, they have no idea what they're doing. Because one of the women was supposedly studying to be a psychologist. And she said, well, Rom appears to have short man syndrome. And I was just like, man, you need to go back to school. 5'11" isn't short. And I was like, But that was an attempt how they were coming. It's like, oh, we're going to break him down. It was a blatant breakdown and stuff. Blatant try. And I just said, whatever and stuff. Whatever. And that's how it happens. Because what it does, when you are strong within yourself, then it makes them feel a certain way. Because when people project, I'm gonna tell you something now. When people focus on the perceived or weaknesses or try to project it onto someone else, all it's really saying is, hey, I feel bad, I'm gonna make you feel bad. But when you just like still smiling and everything, it makes them feel bad, you know? It makes them mad. It reflects on them, because then it comes right. It's like a perfect boomerang, you know? And like I said, it can be tough, but the way it is, you got to love yourself. I want y'all to think about that. If you feel good about yourself, you comfortable with yourself, nobody can mess with you. Nobody can mess with you. When you just like, yeah, this is who I am. It could be, and in fact, yeah, I say that for, people with a good mindset, but you get some people, they could be terrible human beings, but they are unapologetic about it. Some people call them sociopaths, but there's something to actually learn from. Sociopaths don't give a shit about no one else, so you can't mess with them, But it's just the indifference. And in fact, it's on so many levels. It's on so many levels. It's because people in general, people want to feel like that they're important to other people. They want to feel like someone actually cares about them. That's normal. They want to feel like what they say matters. And it does, but if you're in a good way. But if you're doing something and you got a negative intent, I mean, that's not good. You just said, it's in different spiritual traditions, it'll say, generally, you point a finger at somebody, three are pointed at you. Don't mess with people if you're living in a glass house. And that's exactly what happens. Because one thing I noticed, when you do get people who try to come for you, all you have to do is sit back and wait, and somebody comes for them. It never fails. It's tough. But just being indifferent, and like I say, just being strong within yourself, knowing who you are. And I mean, it's just a reality, just something to do, something to think about. All right. And this is kind of a lead into what I'll be talking about tomorrow. So I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Peace and blessings, everyone.